Now, and So You Think, given full ball, raced up to tackle Typhoon Tracy. Who Got You's in the clear. He's starting to run on well. Shootout was battling behind them. 3 across the track. So You Think hits the lead, but Who Got You the danger. So You Think, Who Got You. So You Think responding for Steve Arnold. So You Think is back. 3/4 of a length on Who Got You. Photo finish.
So You Think winning a 2010 Memsie Stakes, one of my favourite horses of all time. So You Think.
Good race, good horses.
Who
Got
horses.
You, Typhoon Tracy.
So You Think, obviously. Who else was you? Just a few other good horses trailing behind. But
wouldn't mind owning any one of those three.
No,
mate.
definitely. Hubie was an old warrior as well.
Yeah.
It is Memsie Stakes Day, guys. Welcome to Show Us Your Tips. We're here for the Pro Group Racing, as we are each and every week, twice a week. Find us on Facebook at Pro Group Racing, as well as progroupracing.com. Beaver, how are you?
Very good, thank you, mate. How are you?
I'm well. As you've aptly put it in one of our 47 takes before we came on air for the promo, it is a betting bonanza this Saturday.
Betting bonanza, and we've got some hopefully decent tracks, and so hopefully some fair tracks, Daggy.
Fair tracks, good tracks at both venues. I hope it rained a bit in Melbourne apparently today, but it's going to be sunny the next couple, and Caulfield dries very well. And a good track at Rosehill, so we're going to see some form turnarounds, I hope, and some dry trackers back in action. We'll kick off the day. We've got sport going everywhere. We've got AFL going on. There's rugby league happening, but spring racing, more importantly, going to kick off the day at Rosehill.
Yes, mate.
Rails in the +3 position. A good, as we said, good track. Which Rosehill obviously wary of inside bias, but I'm hoping it will play quite fairly. I think they'll be ready to go for the big day. We'll kick off here. Have you approached the track in any manner? Or you just
look? I'm hoping it's a fair track, and I'm hoping they can finish down the middle of the track. So a couple of the horses I've tipped want to finish on. So hopefully there's pace on, and we can get them coming home.
Excellent. Where are you kicking off for us with your first?
Mate, I'm coming up in the first.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. I like the top weight. She's Ideal. I know it's resuming, and it'll probably be looking for further than this in its preparation, but I'm tipping it's going to be well primed for a first up tilt, and I don't think this is a hugely strong race for a horse that's on the up like this horse. $4.60, it's carrying 60 kilos, but I'm hoping it's ready and true right to go, and I think it'll certainly finish in the money.
Fantastic. The trial was good too. There's no issues with any of that. And Jason Collett, there's no one riding better at the moment.
No, I know.
He rode really well last weekend. He got a couple of big priced horses into places, and rode him home when he needed to as well. So excellent way to kick off the day there. Dancing Gidget back onto a dry track will improve as well.
Should improve.
But I like your start there. Where's your next?
Race 3. You got anything in race 2, mate?
No, I tend to. My new trick now with the highways is just go field in the early quaddie.
Yeah, I'm just out
and hope you get 100-1 split and then sit and watch it.
Yeah, no, I'm out of there. I've gone for Badouche.
Okay,
so scratch midweek. Save for this, $4.80. It's drawn well. I know it's racing against Not Faint Hearted, who beat it fairly comfortably first up, but this horse it improved last start, fitter again, and Faint Hearted is well up in weight and probably floated a bit by the heavy tracks. So I'm tipping Badouche at $4.80 to give us a good run for our money here, mates. And I certainly think, again, Jason Collett, big chance in the first 2 races.
If you can get each way price there, it's a great, it's not going to miss a place.
Yes.
That's a great each way bet.
Yeah, well, it's about $4.80, $1.85 at the moment.
Yeah,
so I think
if you shop well enough, you'll get $2.
Yeah, you'll get $2. That's right.
You might not, depending. But I'm thinking that is a great each way bet.
Yep. So Badouche for me. Fantastic.
My first of the day comes up in the next race. I'm with the top weight Court Show.
Yep.
I like it's 2 runs to date. I know it's a month between runs, but went to Gosford, had a really nice trial along with Mugatoo and Mustajir.
Yep.
Just cruised around. I think you're getting a better price tomorrow for the time off. So once between runs, the bigger bettors aren't going to like that. Louise Day, you're going to get a price for it. It is Nash to Louise Day, but she's riding fine.
Did she get a claim?
3 kilos.
3 kilos.
So it's going to carry 59 tomorrow.
Yep.
And it's so I think there's going to be opposition to it. I think you're going to get $5.50.
Well, $6 at the moment.
So that's good shop. I think that's good shopping, and I'm pretty keen that again a great each way bet to nothing there.
Yeah, look, certainly a chance. I think this is a pretty open race, and my value bets of the day is going to come up in this.
Do you like pressure?
No, Magic Over the Bay.
Ah, yes, Magic.
So I think it's gradually improving this preparation. Fourth start, gets over its right distance here, drawn well, and it's collet again.
It was smashed last time. We tipped it at $15, and it jumped about 5. It jumped under 5.
Yep.
It's obviously going well.
So I think there's certainly value, and I think it's on the improve and up to the 2,000. Again, I think it's a real show in this race, and call it for me again, mate.
Fantastic. The next race of the day is the feature, the San Domenico Stakes.
Yeah.
Do you have an opinion or too hard for you?
No, I do have an opinion.
Yep.
Peltzer.
Good horse.
Yeah, it's a good horse. I think Peltzer's the best horse in this race, and I think at $3.70 at the moment, that's pretty nice odds. There's 4 horses in the market, so you could probably put a line through 2.
This is a cracking race. We haven't seen Doubtland on a dry, so we don't quite know where that is. Mama Reagan's a nice horse, but in the way Anders won, you'd be backing that back at Rosehill 2 weeks later. But I'm with you with Peltzer. Race, what is it, number 5? Race 5, number 5, Peltzer. It trialled sensationally.
Yes.
It's actually beaten Anders home at Canberra debut. Chased Anders and beat it quite comfortably. Anders is a better horse now. It was a bit green then, but I think Peltzer's got it covered. I think Peltzer may be in the discussion.
Peltzer might be just a better horse too, you know.
Exactly. I think it's in a discussion for best 3-year-old in Australia.
Yep.
To be honest. So we're in agreement there for the feature. My next bet of the day also will follow race 6, number 4, Sangria.
Yep.
I was with it first up. It didn't handle the track was the excuse given. It did drop out. Has since gone back and trialled sensationally again. It's going to lead here on a dry track. Leading Rosehill 1,100 metres is a recipe for success. It's very hard to make ground from the 1,100 in 1,100 metre races at Rosehill.
Yep.
It's going to cross lead here where there's not much others. It'll have control, a sympathetic rail, sympathetic track, and it's going to run well. And I think $4 there.
$4
is a good bet. Race 6, number 4, Sangria for me.
Yeah, some really good bets at good odds, as we've pointed out here in the first, 6 races. So it's a good punting day.
Well, and we'll talk about this, and it's something I guess we've spent a bit of time on the punt together. It's something we've both adopted, more so at Caulfield. Caulfield's a great day for multiple bets in a race.
Yes.
Trying to stake on multiple bets. Our overlords at Pro Group Racing don't necessarily like that because I can't put nice enough graphics explaining that. But great chances to bet 2 or 3 bets in a race.
If you split 80-20 or things like that.
Just stake really well.
You can, if you stake well, you can chop out on 1 or 2 others and
have a fat result on
and
one.
have a decent result.
Definitely.
Because if you can do that and you can back a few winners, but you save on a couple of horses that you're unsure about, and if they get up, you're getting your money back on that race.
Yep.
Happy days.
Definitely. And even you get 1 a place and a win there, you can get some nice combinations. Do you like anything in this race before we move on?
No, nothing for me, mate.
You got an opinion in the Ming Dynasty, which might be the worst Ming Dynasty I've ever seen. For the Group 3, the race 7, do you have an opinion?
No, thank you.
Yeah, this is an average race.
Nothing for me there, mate.
Race 8 is my next, and
me too.
You might be coming with me. What do you reckon?
Mugatoo?
Yep.
That's the 2 of us.
Mugatoo, 2.
Yeah.
2 for Mugatoo. We should have done the Richie voice. 2 for Mugatoo.
2 for Mugatoo.
So it is my best of the day.
Yep.
Mugatoo. $2.20 to $2.20.
Yeah, you get close enough to.
It's obviously won well first up, and it's gone away trialled great again, as I've mentioned. And this has a long tail, this race.
It has a long tail. Some horses will have the pace on. You'd expect Tory Joy or...
Yep, Tory Joy roll forward.
Yep, and keep the pace on, and that should give...
Takamochi. Takamochi's a little battler. He'll roll forward with Tory Joy.
Mugatoo's drawn 3, gets a little bit of extra distance, 1900, going on to bigger and better things than these horses.
Yep. The interesting watch in the race is Mustajir. Obviously a quality horse that came out for a cup, stayed with Chris Lees. Trialled alongside him. It may need another 500 metres, but it will be hitting the line well. But I'm with you with Mugatoo.
Yep. Happy days.
And I'm going to finish the day with just specking one at double figure odds here. Something fast in the Anthony Cummings yard. It's just come back from tie-back surgery.
Yep.
It had disappointing prep last time, which they blamed on its throat. Before that was a very good dry track horse.
Yep.
So if you cancel last prep, it's 8 starts, 5 wins in a second.
Yep.
Might want 1,400 metres is the only concern, but at $9, I'm just going to have a play there at a wide finish to the day.
Yeah, no, nothing for me there, Dougie. I'm happy to, at this point in time, have a look at that one.
Okay, no probs. I'm going to, then we better get to our best and values. My value of the day is, in fact, Something Fast, race 9, number 3.
Yep.
Specking that for Anthony Cummings. Do you have a value bet of the day?
Mate, my value is Magic Over the Bay.
Excellent.
In race 4, number 10.
Beautiful. And my best of the day is the same as yours. We're both with Mugatoo, race...
You're reading my notes.
Yeah, you can read it. Go and you do the,
no,
you
no,
do
I'm
the thing.
just...
No, you do it.
No.
I've lost the number. Oh, there it is.
Number
Race
3.
8, number 3.
Yeah.
Around the 5 to 4. Hopefully, should be filling our boots in the feature in the... What's the staying race called? Race 8 it is. The Premier's Cup, time-honoured. Excellent. We'll go down south to...
It's quaddie. No, quaddie.
Oh, you're quaddie. You're in charge of the Sydney quaddie.
Was I Sydney
Take
quaddie?
us home.
Yeah, okay. You ready?
Go for it.
Sydney
Oh, do I
quaddie.
have to write this down?
No, it's all good. First leg. 1, 4, 7, 8, 12.
Mm-hmm.
Second leg. 1, 3, 4, 7. Third leg, we're going 1 out with the 3, our best bet. And in the last leg, we're going to go 1, 7, 8, 10, 14.
1, 7, 8, and 10. Beautiful.
Right.
Okay,
So
what does that get us for $50?
50%.
Excellent. Very good, Beaver.
Yep. 5 legs in the first, 4, 1, and finishing 5 the last. So that allows us to try and get a little bit of value, and hopefully Mugatoo can do the trick.
Great. Let's head down south. Group 1, 10 race card on Caulfield. Dry-ish track. Good 5. It'll probably get 2. Big fields. Good racing all day. Wide quaddie legs. It's exciting. We're kicking off. Oh, should mention the rails in the true as well. So potential. I think they'll have it ready to play fair.
Yep.
I'm hoping. Where are you kicking off?
Where am I kicking off? Well, you can kick off, mate.
I'll kick off with the kickoff in race 1. As people who watch your show know, I'm a fan of Persan. I think it's a nice young stayer, newly turned 4-year-old stayer that's facing a few beat-up old ones here. It is well found, 270. It's going to sit on Taviron's back, and I think it'll go straight past it at about the 100-metre mark, and we'll win this. So we're going to kick off with a winner there.
I'm with you, mate. I'm going Persan as well. I think you've summed it up perfectly there. Actually, I think this is a pretty weak race for a horse that's going as good as it is.
WT will go too far back and flash home. Taviron's going to lead.
Exemplar's going okay, but he's got to give 4 kilos, and I think that sets it up nicely for Persan.
Yep, definitely. Let's kick off the day there. Where's your next bet?
My next bet comes up. Let me just check my notes, my friend. I'm out of here till race 5. You got anything before?
Yeah,
then?
race 3. I'm just going to spec the Oliver O'Brien combination, which is a winning one, with Parody.
Parody.
It's a nice, now 4-year-old, 3-year-old. Where is she? She's 4. Epaulet filly. She came to Sydney last prep, started in the single figures against Canaan and Just Thinking. If I'm talking about the right horse, right race. Colette and Toffee Tongue. Thinking of the horse. Colette and Toffee Tongue obviously went on to win both the Oaks. I don't think she's a stay. I think she's a fresher 1,600 metre horse. We'll have the right run, just a box seat stalking sort of run here. And around $6 is a nice bet there for me.
Yeah, in what seems to be a pretty open race.
Yeah, so race 3, number 11, Parody.
Yep.
Right next to the date. You got one before the quaddie legs? Or should we
race 5, mate. Number 3, Order of the Garter. I did tip it last week, and I'm going to back up again. It didn't get to run last start. I'm going to tip it again to run well. And so, Order of the Garter, second up. First up run was pretty good, and I think it'll be winning on the weekend if it gets a little bit of cover and can finish too strong down the middle.
I am going to tip the same one I tipped against it last week in Young Rascal. It will be on-pace control here. I know it's got 62 kilos. It doesn't claim this time. John Allen takes 62, but this is a competitive on the world stage horse and will run well here. I'm going to also have something at around the $7.50 mark on Shabao. So 2 bets for me in this race.
Yep.
Number 9 Shabao and number 1 Young Rascal, both around $8. I'll play both of them each way.
Awesome.
Any thoughts on Polly Gray? I know it's well found there.
Not so sure about Polly Gray, mates. Look, I think it can run a decent race, but a few others.
It's it seems well spruiked for a horse that hasn't flashed home a couple of times. Polly Gray, and I think it's a bit short in this market. That's why I'm keen to play around them.
Yep.
Great race, the Heath, race 6. Probably a bit tough for us to really tip strongly there. Do you have an opinion?
Mates, I do have an opinion. It's a great open race, and I think it's a pretty good field. Hard to get a line. There's the top 4 or 5 horses in the market are all resuming, and nearly every horse in the race is resuming. I'm just having a quick flick again here.
Yep.
Yeah, there's only...
The up and run is great again, and the rest are all pretty much resuming. So you're gonna rely a little bit on who's up and ready to go. But I'm going to go Garner. Mm-hmm. I thought Garner's form last preparation was very good. I think it's a horse on the way up. It's drawn the best in Gate 3. I just hope it doesn't get too far out of its ground. Yeah.
That's my concern. Diamond Effort's drawn off the track, which is going to make it hard for Diamond Effort if it can't get in.
Yeah.
But if Diamond Effort can get in somewhere, one off the fence midfield, it's going to be super hard to beat. But I'm hoping Garner can possibly just get the sit behind it and finish over the top. He might even get into the 3 wide lane sitting behind Diamond Effort and bang straight down the outside and be the horse that gets the last shot.
I really like Lyra as a horse.
Yep.
But I'm not going to make it a bet as such. I think she's here to run well. But I don't want to spruik too much else in this race because I'll talk about it all day and we'll try and keep it.
What about Superstorm?
Not yet. I think it's a good horse.
Yeah.
I think next start, 1400.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
is
as well.
It's going to go back to almost last. Willie Pike's record in Victoria, I think he's ridden 1 winner in 2 weeks of being there.
Yep.
Well below market expectation, and I just am happy if it wins this, which it's capable of. I just think it's a second up horse, and it's going to be ready to go for the Group 1 in a couple of weeks.
Beautiful.
Race 7 sees the clash of the 3-year-olds, a tremendous McNeil Stakes. Any opinion?
Oh, it's a good race.
Tremendous race, yeah.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? Like you got horses, Hard Landing, who was odds on last start, $14. National Choice, who I do have an opinion of, at $12. But the problem is they're drawn way off the track. I have probably come up with my value bet of the day in this.
Okay.
Flying Award. Flying Award's drawn 6. It's got the service of Oliver aboard. It's fresh. Again, it's a great race, but I'm just hoping it can get in, get the sit, hopefully even 1 out, 1 back, and power away down the straight.
Yeah. I don't have an opinion yet. I really like Ranting as a horse. It's probably in the conversation for Australia's best maiden right now. Crosshaven's been tremendous. Our Playboy chimed in and won well last race. And obviously the Blue Diamond winners here, Tagaloa. And if any, I think it's too short, but maybe that's an indication of, I think it looks like it's been backed already. So maybe there's an indication it's ready to go. But a great race. I'll be going wide in the quaddie. And that'll be the extent of how I'll play this race, I'd say. It's a watch and learn for
the
Caulfield Guineas.
Yep.
The staying race, opinion in Headley? Race out?
I did have an opinion here. Gamekeeper. Really like Gamekeeper. It's sitting around the $4 mark at the moment. McAvoy's got it in Melbourne. For a race like this, looks like a really good...
It was a sensational run in a 1,200 metre race.
Yeah.
1,200 metres to 1,700 is the only concern, but he knows what he's doing.
He does know what he's doing.
McAvoy.
And I think, again, drawn well. He was pretty good against Home of the Brave.
Yeah.
Who's no slouch. And prior to that, some of the runs at Morphettville, was it Gawler, was the run before that, was amazing. Carried a fair weight and just put him away.
Any rain is a massive tick as well.
So I think it'll be suited here and certainly suited over the distance. And I'm happy to spec Gamekeeper at $4 and see how we go.
Great.
And I don't think the favourites, it doesn't win very often.
It feels short to me, Sokoni.
Yeah.
I know it's the up and run and it's going to lead, but it's obviously tied to Planciel through and a couple others through last start. I think we're Dew's tied to them. And
last 10 starts, it's 1-1 race.
Yeah, and those finishes, obviously sitting on pace is an advantage, and that's a tick for the horse. But a lot of that's position running, just being in the finish because it can roll forward and control races.
Yeah. And we know that On Pace has been suiting down in Melbourne in the last
So it's going to have horses like Hacky for company. It's not going to have its own way here.
Yep, that's why I think there might be a bit of pace on with Gamekeeper, and if it can run if it's fit enough for the 1700, it's going to be the one to.
And some really interesting watch and learns. Cape of Good Hope, Constantinople. They'll be targeting Melbourne Cup.
Yep.
And Steel Prince obviously is going into the Melbourne Cup. So some interesting resumers there.
Yep.
We get to the Group 1 Memsie, 1,400 metres. As we heard in the intro, race won by So You Think, Atlantic Jewel. Some great horses over the years. And we will make sure we both have opinions when we get to Group 1 racing. So I'm going to have one today.
What do you got?
It was a hard race. A lot of first uppers, but I ended up coming back to Savatiano. I just really liked it. It did have the absolute softest run of all time, Savatiano, but was strong in the finish. I think the market's right. Savatiano, race 9, number 13, and Behemoth was a great return, beating Darlasun. The other two, the market singled them out. There's some of these ones up the top I can't get. All the ones through that Mystic Journey race I don't want to be with.
Yeah, I know.
I just thought all of them were pretty average in returning, bar the winner, who, even though I've just knocked Cerconi, did win that race, and Savatiano. And I think it's got all these covered. But Gate 11's RRL Ford and probably sit just behind it. It'll have its choice to sit either outside Be Good Your Mother or just behind him. It probably has got the early pace to cross and find a gap behind the likes of Streets of Avalon and Be Good Your Mother, and probably have a cosy run again because there's not a lot of other early pace here. What's your thoughts?
Behemoth.
Yeah.
I really like Behemoth. I think it's going to be super hard to beat. I think just the race sets up perfectly for it, and its first up run was fantastic.
You know my only knock on it is the inside gate. Actually, would probably prefer it in the running line.
I don't want it to be slow away like it was last start. That'll worry me a little bit. But outside of that, it was pretty good in the Goodwood.
Tremendous.
Yeah,
tremendous. And obviously, Darlasun's a fair scalp to take first up.
Yeah. Who's
going to win on the weekend in Adelaide. $1.50, so no spoil there. But I just am worried about inside gate. Craig Williams is not an inside gate jockey, if I can say that nicely. I did a few little concerns, so I wish it was drawn out, but I definitely agree it's one of the better chances in this race. We're going to finish today race 9 with a moral. Rubisaki's back. It's going to win. It's going to be $2. It's currently $2.60. If it starts shorter, it's definitely going to win, but it's a nice horse, Rubisaki, and it's been good to me all last autumn.
You're on, are you?
It's going to be good to me tomorrow. You going to go against me?
I'm not gonna go against you. I'm just I'll watch that race.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll
obviously,
have a look at that race.
Bless Her's been good to us in the last month or so.
Yes.
But a lot of first uppers here, but she's a flies fresh. Obviously, Nash to Billy Egan's probably a negative, but I think he only has to sit and steer here.
Yep.
So I'll finish the day with Rubisaki. Your value bet, Beaver.
My value bet is Flying Award. Race 7, number 7. Flying Award.
Excellent.
Sitting around the $9-10 mark.
My value bet is the same as last week before it didn't run. Young Rascal, race 8, number 1. At
Beautiful.
Around the $8 mark. And my best today, as I've said, is Rubisaki. Race 9, number 1. Rubisaki should return in the same fashion she went out, and I think she's a smart little filly. How about you? What's your best?
Race 9, number 7, Behemoth.
Oh, Group 1 on the line for the best.
Yeah, mate,
I like
I'm not.
No, you can't.
No pussy here,
That's
mate.
right. Jump straight in, Beaver. That's what I like.
Punch on, mate.
All right, the quaddie. On Group 1 day, we're going to go wide because it is some tough days and some first uppers. Going to kick the quaddie off with 1, Tagaloa, 3, Our Playboy, 8, Quee. I hope I've pronounced that correctly. 9, Crosshaven, 10, Immortal Love, 11, Ranting. 6, Still Prince, second leg, 6, Still Prince, 8, Cerconi, 12, Think We're Due, 14, Gamekeeper, 17, In Good Health. 1, Regal Power in the Group 1, 7, Behemoth, 11, Mystic Journey, 12, Arcadian Queen, 13, Savatiano, 14, Princess Jenny. Home with Rubisaki, Muse, and Bless Her, 1, 6, and 12. $50 gets us 9.25%, but if we get split into 2 of those races, like last week, we'll pay $18,000. So happy to take that for $50. On a tremendous day of Group 1 racing. We'll go around the country. Have you gone north? I've actually gone north today.
Gone north?
I have looked to Queensland for once.
You're sick of me getting all the winners up north.
Well, it's short and sweet. Kiss Sukarno will win again.
Yeah.
around $1.80 mark. Have you gone north? What have you got?
Yeah, I've gone north. I got a little bit more value than you, mate.
Okay,
You've gone
give it to us.
tight as a duck's. Race 7, number 1, Persuader, currently around the $4.60 mark. And then
Did see that up there, and I saw that Desert Lord's up there as well now.
Yes.
For the Van Dyke stable.
And that'll be winning the next race. Race 8, number 10, Desert Lord. They're my 2 picks.
Okay, and we'll go across the border as well to Morphettville Parks. Race 4, number 1, Burt Whistle, around the $5 mark. Race 6, number 1, DiMaggio. And Darla Sun is running there, I think, in race 7, and will just win as well. Yeah, but $1.50, so $1.50. I'm not one for spruiking, throwing them into multiples when you just, we'll see if it gets out to a price. Otherwise, we just watch it and watch it go round and win.
It's a good horse win.
Fantastic. Anything to finish on?
Nothing to finish on, mate. Just hopefully it's a good day racing, and we've got some winners there for the punters.
Yep, good weather. Look forward to sitting out on the deck and cracking a beer and enjoying some tremendous racing. So tune in again to progroupracing.com for all the news, offers. Plenty going on there.
Follow us on
advice. Follow us on Facebook. You can find us both the Pro Group Racing site and Show Us Your Tips for all your late updates. We'll put up on the Show Us Your Tips site this week. We'll try and keep some live commentary throughout the day. Apart from that, progroupracing.com.au. Good luck, guys. Enjoy spring racing this weekend, and we'll chat to you next week.
Chat for now.